Hi there, Liz Shaw from Shaw Lifestyle here. Hopping on today to talk to you a little bit more about nutrition because it's one of the things that I currently have least about on my YouTube channel. So just giving you a little bit of an idea about my own philosophy around nutrition, and really it is as simple as keeping it natural. It's going back to how we were meant to be. And if we think about ourselves as hunter-gatherers, we were out running after wild animals and sadly eating animals. We were climbing trees to pick the fruit, digging things up out of the ground. We were eating stuff as nature intended. And the point about this is that this is how our bodies were made, and it's what our bodies understand. And as soon as we start putting packaged foods, for example, into ourselves, our bodies don't actually get it. So if you go out and eat, whether you're looking at vegetables, carbs, fats, proteins, a natural food, you put it into your mouth and your body says, what's that? Okay, it's a carb, it's a protein, or a mineral or a vitamin. It recognizes what that food type is, and therefore it knows what to do with it, because your body's really clever and it's made to recognize these things. What it's not made to recognise is what I would call cardboard foods. So whether that's something that's literally in a cardboard package from the supermarket, or whether it's a fruit juice or a snack bar, they're still not as nature intended. Now, I'm not suggesting that you never ever touch those foods any more than I'm suggesting you never have a bar of chocolate or a glass of wine, because I think you should enjoy those things. But what I'm saying is that those should be in moderation, and our day-to-day nutrition should be about eating things that are packaged as nature intended. Now, again, I'm not holier than thou about this, but I can tell you from my own experience that that's very much how I was brought up, and it certainly stood me in good stead in terms of my own health. So there's a blog post all about this on my website, but I was diagnosed with celiac disease when I was about 6 months old. Now, celiac disease wasn't well known in those days, so gluten intolerance for anyone that's not aware. Very few people knew anything about this back then. It was very unusual. And so there was no such thing as a gluten-free aisle in the supermarket. So my poor mother spent years and years home cooking and never buying anything that was ready-made, because there just weren't those options. So that means that I was brought up on real home cooking, not because my mum was a martyr, but because she had no choice. That's what I had to eat. Now, I've had various health issues on and off over the years. You'll know about that if you've been sort of following my stuff. But I do believe that every single time I've been able to come back fighting, because the underlying health that I was given from those years of real nutrition is what stood me in good stead moving forwards. And I repeat, I'm not perfect. I like a bar of chocolate as much as the next person. But the baseline is real, honest food as nature intended. And the more you can stick to that, the better off you will be. There's going to be more coming. I'll be talking to you a little bit about weight management and my theories on that, little bits about sport nutrition, how best you can support yourself in terms of what you're trying to do, and of course a little bit about stress related nutrition. So we forget nutrition is massively important in terms of our stress levels. It comes down to what we're putting inside us. It's going to have an immediate effect on our bodies, and it's going to have a massive effect on our hormones, which are always interlinked with our stress levels. So there's a lot you can do to keep on top of your stress levels, to keep managing your stress with correct nutrition. It's a really important point when it comes to stress management, which often gets overlooked. So keep an eye on here. Back soon with more on that. See you next time.